Good morning and welcome to today's thought for the week. You join me in the garden of the net. Now if you're like some people, you might not even know that we have a garden down here, and I'm sure the staff will be more than welcome to have you come and look around it. But this week I've been thinking about Psalm 1 for something else that I'm doing, and as I've been down at the net, it sort of triggered a thought in connection with Psalm 1, so that's what I want to share with you today. And the first thing I want to look at is this lovely flower bed behind me. Now around me are lots of different flower beds, and not just for flowers but for vegetables and different things, but this one stands out, and it's because it's got a bit of colour about it. You know, there's lots of other things growing around here that are like lovely vegetables to eat or nice smelly things to smell, but this one really catches your eye and it stands out because it's different. I wonder if there's maybe been a time in your life where you have felt that you stood out because you're different. Well, actually the Bible tells us that that's a good thing. I want to read the first couple of verses of Psalm chapter 1. It says this: "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night." The Bible calls us to be different. You see, it would be very easy for us to blend in with everyone around us, or as the Bible puts it, to walk in step with the wicked. We could just blend in. We saw a few weeks ago at the Queen's funeral how impressive it was that the soldiers all stayed in step, and you didn't even notice that there were so many soldiers there because they were so uniform in their steps. And if one person had been out of step, I would say you would notice it straight away because they were so different. And that's what we're called to be. We're called to be out of step with this world, walking in a different way, walking to a different beat of a drum, so to speak. And that's what I thought this flower bed was like. We've got lots of greenery around us, which is great, but this stood out so differently, and it was wonderful. And we are called to be like that, not to walk in the way of the world, but to walk in the way of the Lord. And the other thing then that I thought about brings us further down into the passage. And if we look at verse 3, it says, "That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers." You see, these beds are all in isolation. They're actually not near a water source. And I know that Bert and Carla, and one of our P7s in particular, Harry, really looked after these beds. And one of the things they had to do was keep water in it because, well, they were all planted before the summer, and so in those drier months they definitely needed watered, and because they're isolated and they're not near the water, it was so important. And so a plant that grows near a water source is going to flourish and be able to grow and produce fruit and produce beautiful flowers. But if it's not near those things, well, then it'll wither or die. Or if these plants hadn't have been watered so well, they would have struggled, especially in those summer months. And again, that's what we're to be like. We're not to be in step with others, and the way that we can not be in step with the world is by surrounding ourselves with God's word. Again, back to verse 2, it says, "But whose delight is in the law of the Lord, who meditate on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water." God's word is where we are fed, where we are watered, where we are nurtured, so that we can grow and flourish like these beautiful flowers, or like the vegetables that have been picked around me in the last few weeks. So today, I suppose my encouragement to you is to be different, to be out of step with the world, and to flourish and grow in God's amazing goodness that he provides to us. So that is my prayer for you today. God bless.